or skip it. See it or skip it.
What is up, my gaggle of geeks, and welcome to a new episode of See It or Skip It here at the Utah Film Center. And boy, let's just go all around the room and tell each other the worst thing we've ever done in our life.
Oh,
I'm your host,
goodness.
Patrick Beatty, and I am so excited to be with these two special guests today. Of course, we've got Kent Dunn. And joining us for the first time on See It or Skip It, it's Rachel Wagner.
Hi.
She is from the Hallmarkies
welcome.
podcast. She is Rachel reviews. You do theater reviews. You're nonstop working, so we're so grateful to have you.
Yeah, it's not healthy, but it's fun.
You know, that's the main thing about being a critic is like it stops
Here
being
we are.
healthy eventually, and it becomes dire.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're all
man.
aging because of it.
Yeah. Well, again, we are back at the Utah Film Center in this beautiful theater, and now we got to showcase it a little bit more. It's a bit of a wider shot
Yeah.
of everything.
Yeah, thank you. And thank them.
Yeah,
right?
them. Yeah, they're a nonprofit center that is doing anything they can to help Utah filmmakers, whether it's to help finance the movie, whether it's to do local screenings for people.
Mm-hmm.
They have been such a pillar in the community, and we're so grateful to be partnering with them and talk about some of the movies that we're going to be going through
Absolutely.
today. Like,
Yeah.
boy, one, I don't even know how we're going to talk about it. Let's jump into it. Mario. I'm kidding.
Yeah, we can't even talk about it.
Very
Jeez.
controversial.
Very controversial.
Of a lot of galaxies.
We gotta get everyone out of here. Go, go, go. Mamma mia.
So this is Mario, Super Mario Galaxy, the movie. The first movie came as kind of a surprise. I was so not okay with Chris Pratt being Mario.
Yeah.
It was one of the weirdest choices.
You mean the voice of Garfield?
Yeah. Well,
Somehow?
that was another weird choice
Yeah.
too. I would have rather Bill Murray just do it again, but I would hate it or
Right.
something. But it ended up being quite successful.
Yes.
Bit of a smaller story, a little simple, but then Peaches hit the 100 Billboard. Jack Black killed it with that song of just one word
Truly.
for Forever, Forever.
Yeah.
Now we have the sequel. What did you think, Rachel? We got to start with you.
So I'm the weird person that I actually didn't like the original. I thought it was bland and generic and didn't do much for me. And I liked this sequel, so go figure. I thought this was really cute. I thought all the characters were really cute. I liked having the two princesses. I thought they were fun. I liked having the fact, one of the problems with the first one is that Luigi and Mario are separated almost the entire movie, whereas this one, they're together, and that was fun. I thought especially Minnie Bowser was adorable and hilarious. It kept me laughing throughout. So overall, I was entertained enough.
Little Bowser is Benny Safdie. Could you believe
Well,
that?
no,
Bowser
there's
Jr.,
little
but
Bowser, but then
Jr.
also
Lil.
little,
Cute.
little Bowser, you know, when he's shrunken down.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was
Yeah, right at the
that was
beginning there.
hilarious.
Guess we're spoiling this right
And-
off the bat.
and it's
There's
adorable.
nothing to spoil.
Oh, okay, Ken.
No.
What do you mean by that?
I don't dare review this movie. I have to abstain, I feel like, because it's somehow controversial. Because critics have come out and been kind of negative on the
Oh
movie.
my gosh.
Right? But
People
then-
saying it's like worse than AI and a 0
I
out
didn't
of
say that. I
5.
didn't
and-
say that.
Yeah, I
And I'm
didn't
like-
say that. But also, it's everyone goes, but it's a kid's movie. And here's where I come in. It's a bad movie. I did not care. Well, okay, I didn't care for this movie.
Mhm.
I saw this as a double feature with the movie we're going to talk about next, and I got headaches in both for different reasons. One was a good headache, one was a bad headache,
Yeah.
and Mario was a bad headache.
Very interesting.
I love the Mario games. I've played them my whole life. And I sit there and watch this movie and I'm like, man, this is a beautiful movie. The animation is perfect.
Mhm.
The music is incredible. I was just like, aw, that's so
Yeah.
nice. Then I was like, what about a script, guys?
Yeah, the story is nothing to write home about. It's nothing amazing, but I just thought the characters were cute enough. The interactions were charming enough. It was like an adventure. I mean, I don't know what you're really going to do with two characters that are plumbers in a magic world. Like the stories are challenging to put together, but it was just like a Save the Princess story. It was fine for me. And everything was so cute. The toadstools, adorable. Yoshi, absolutely cute.
Very-
That's
okay.
what I need to talk about
Yeah,
right now.
okay.
Yoshi is the MVP of the entire
Oh,
movie,
yeah,
in my
yeah.
opinion. When he shows up, I squealed a little. I was
Yeah.
like, he is adorable. And then you find out that it's voiced by Donald Glover.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Just as Yoshi, this is a Groot level performance by Donald Glover. I could not have pictured that unless I knew he was already in it. That was the best part. But you're right, Rachel. It is hard to do something when it's like 16-bit Nintendo game that really didn't have much to it. But this is the Galaxy on, I believe it's Nintendo 64. I never played that.
Yeah, it's on the Wii.
Yeah.
Oh, on the Wii.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I never played that.
Right, yeah.
But I do feel like these movies do need to be a little bit for us, because I don't mean to get on like a weird Star Wars original soap opera type thing
Sure.
here, but we made you. You know what I mean? Like, we're the ones that played and that and blew on the cartridges and worked so hard to get to the next level.
Well, I could tell there were lots of Easter eggs, but they were lost on me because I've never played the games. But
And that's what I want to know is like who this was made for, because I know it's for kids under
Young
10,
kids,
right?
yes.
And I get that. And I watch these movies with my kids, but I've also watched very clever movies with them that were made for them. And I'm going, hey.
By Illumination? That's I think the key to this.
That's the key.
Illumination isn't trying to educate you,
But-
it's trying to entertain you.
But as they're going through 45 years of Mario history, I'm going like, are an 8-year-olds going to get this? Are they going to get that reference or that reference? And I understand there's Easter eggs.
But the 8-year-old's just going to be like, oh, look at that cute little toadstool.
And that's it.
Look at the princesses. They're so cute.
From every parent that I've talked to that they've taken their kids, they're like, my kid was beaming.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sure, but shouldn't we expect better? Like,
So, I mean, that's fair. I mean, I would give it like a 3
is
out
a
of 5.
PSA now.
So it's not like an amazing film, but like, I remember I was working at a movie theater actually when the first one came out. And this little girl, she's walking out with her mom and she says, Mommy, I love Mario.
okay.
Which
And that's
was
the thing.
so cute. I'm like, kids love these characters, which
They
I think
do.
is a feat. Again, because it's two plumbers with mustaches. Like, how do you make those things that kids are going to have that reaction to?
Here's the big question. Have you both seen the John Leguizamo Mario movie?
I was of the age
Is
where
it more for you, or are you still okay?
I was 11 years old and I
Okay.
saw that movie and I was so excited. And I knew, even with my bad taste at 11 years old, I knew it was a bad movie and I was so sad. And if I had seen these Mario movies at that age,
Just
I
a
would have been
sad
like,
11-year-old Kent.
oh, that
Yeah.
started me on my dark
The
crisis.
problem with that movie is it's so dirty and
Yeah.
just kind of mean-spirited. So you can't really have that much fun with it because it's just sort of dirty.
So, had you seen the fan service that are these now two Mario movies, I would have been happy. But now I just want, honestly, a Yoshi backstory, a full Yoshi movie
Yeah.
They
that
could
gives
do
us an emotional ploy there.
Give me a series. I would
Yeah.
I would watch that with
Mhm.
my nieces and nephews.
I do think both of these are a pale comparison to any of the Sonic movies. I would
Yes,
put them
isn't that crazy?
Sonic here.
Oh, so we're back to the
Mario.
battle of a Sega and Nintendo. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm in
Oh
for it.
yeah. See, that's where it gets nostalgic for us, because they're like,
Yeah.
"Don't you want to fight?"
So, and that's a good point, because the way those movies have escalated to introduce new characters
Yeah.
each time, it's a proper escalation.
Well, and they're also really cute. Like
Yeah.
Sonic is such an adorable character. You can't
Thankfully,
help
because
but
almost he wasn't.
yeah. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
So true. But
Should
yeah,
have seen what they
he's
did to Yoshi
easy
at
to
the
root
beginning.
for. You like Sonic as a character,
Yeah.
and so that brings you through sort of the less effective moments of the film. And so yeah, I mean, I'd probably, like I said, I'd give it like a 3 out of 5.
Mm,
So
that's fair. Well, we don't do ratings here. We give it 2 ratings: see it or skip it.
yeah,
So is it a
I
see
say
it?
see it.
All right. Well, for me, I do think it's a skip it if you're a single guy, that,
Okay.
that is going in looking to have just like a blast with your nostalgic thing. You're going to have some Easter eggs. There's cameos. Doesn't really set up to anything aside from maybe a couple standalone films. I hoped they were going for something big,
Well, they're
smashing,
They
you might think.
they lean towards the smashing aspect
That's
of
where
it,
I
right?
thought it was going to go.
We're
and then
getting
they
there.
just don't.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of work to do, though, because they've got the live action Zelda coming out. How are they going to fit that in? Detective Pikachu, is he a part of I don't know.
Who even
knows
knows?
what they're going to
Well,
do?
yeah, because I'm not sure what all the Smash Brothers, because they're obviously building to something like that.
Yeah.
I think
Smash.
I think right now it seems like they're going for still like we're just introducing one new character, and maybe they'll complete like a trilogy of this, and then Smash will be their Avengers or
Mhm.
however. That's the other thing. This is very superhero coded, the entire
Yeah.
thing,
You think-
especially the ending.
Here's a question: do you think this makes more money than Zootopia 2?
Yes,
Yeah, I
because the
think so,
first one
too.
made so much money.
It makes
Yeah.
more?
I think so.
It might even beat the first movie.
It already has this opening weekend.
What we've noticed, especially with Scream
mean,
7, is it doesn't
Zootopia
matter
2
the
made
quality.
almost
Yeah.
$2 billion. So, I mean, but I wouldn't be
What
surprised.
other-
what else is
because
out
the
there
other
right
thing,
now?
That's
Nothing.
the other thing is they have 2 months. The next family film that's coming out, that's why Illumination is so brilliant. But the next family film is The Mandalorian and Grogu. There's nothing
Wow.
for 2 months.
Yep.
Then
So
you're probably right.
I do think I agree with you, Rachel. So for me, it's a skip it.
Absolute skip it.
All
I mean,
right.
so watch it with your kids at home on streaming when you can leave the room and go, here you go.
Yep. Good
Yeah.
distraction. Well,
Yeah.
let us know what you guys think. You're probably going to get mad at me and Kent, but let us know
I
if
have
you
kids
have
and
kids.
still-
What did they think of the movie? Leave your comment
Send
down
all
below.
your praise for me.
Yeah,
all the
indeed.
praise to Rachel. Yeah. Now let's
That'll
flip
be a
that
nice
whole thing
welcome change.
Yeah.
because we're going to talk about the drama.
Alright, so before we got married, we did this thing where we said the worst thing we've ever done.
I'll tell mine if we all do it. Promise?
What did you do?
This doll.
Beer bottles and porn.
You left dinner overnight.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing I've ever done.
Okay, Are you serious?
Oof.
Yes.
Okay, so this is Zendaya. This is Robert Pattinson. A24 has brought us the most disturbing rom-com I've ever watched, and I am here for it.
Yeah.
We can't get in too much of the plot, but basically what I teased at the beginning. A group of people go around the room and say, what's the worst thing you've ever done? And as they're going around the room, one person you discover did something
She didn't do
almost
it. She
unforgivable.
didn't.
Yeah,
She
maybe,
thought about
maybe.
doing something. She didn't actually do anything. The conflict is so flimsy. You have one adult conversation about like, how did therapy go? How did you learn? How did you become a better person? Blah, blah, blah. Boom, you're done. You have one conversation and this whole plot is done.
And I agree with you. I think had they actually had adult conversations.
Why are you yelling at me, Rachel? Jeez.
Because you
We have
said-
never yelled at that point here.
because you said something that she did and she didn't.
The beautiful part about the script is that no one is adult enough to have that conversation because there's so much sensitivity that truly this at some point becomes Robert Pattinson's movie where you see the de-evolution of his brain.
Yes.
Right?
Well, how does he function with this new
doesn't,
information?
because he doesn't communicate.
But it also is kind of like, because he's one of the characters that really can't give an answer of the worst thing he's ever done.
Yeah.
And I think this is an exploration of him trying to figure out how he can level the playing field, weirdly enough.
Sure, yeah.
Like, I felt that towards the end of this movie. But what it really comes down to, the theme of this, or the message of this, is can you judge a person by the worst thing they almost did?
Yes.
And I think that's a really cool exploration of characters. This is a slow burn because you're talky, but it's very funny. There's a lot of dark humor in this that had me cracking up throughout the entire thing. And also, it was kind of charming at the end. What's crazy to me is at the end, I was like, I still believe in love. Like, I was still happy with it.
It's a movie that almost doesn't need to exist because it could have been solved so easily, right? But it just keeps escalating to a point where I'm just like, please stop. I did this at some point at the end where I'm like, no.
It's Crazy Stupid Love, but for a horror movie.
I was so irritated watching this movie. I was just like, why can't these people be grown-ups? And I felt like the movie kept constantly judging her. And it's like, she didn't do anything. Like, I mean, I think of all the stupid things that we think about and do as teenagers. And that being like a deal breaker was so annoying to me. And I didn't like the conflict. I didn't like the characters. I didn't like the writing. I felt like the tone was all over the place.
Man, we are the opposite because I loved this movie.
The tone was just erratic. And I left very irritated.
Yeah, I think the tone was meant to be erratic to the point where we're supposed to be in their heads. Like, I felt like I was like a little flimsier as a person, almost like Robert Pattinson being like, what was going through his mind or not? Because I think for him, he would have been fine with everything that was happening within the plot. But then you had her best friend that totally overreacted.
Yeah.
And then he had to
She's
placate.
the worst character of the entire movie.
Oh, no
She's the
question.
worst.
100%.
And then he placated to the point where he was like, well, now I'm the one that has to own this.
Everybody has like their thing that they do that makes them a horrible person. And I do agree, like these kind of, and this is a trope in these movies, if they just really communicate, then things would get solved. But that's never really how it actually goes in real life. Because when it gets to the point where it's already that bad, communication usually doesn't work that well, or they just avoid.
Yeah.
One trope that always happens when it's with somebody that has hearing loss is that they do the sound thing. At the beginning, I thought it's a nice way to introduce them. It was a nice meet cute. But then they keep going back to it. I wish they didn't keep doing that because we already
It wasn't
knew.
thematic at that point.
Exactly.
Although that was a swoony scene when he was
Yes.
whispering that he,
See, it got you a little bit. But you know what? I understand the The freak out. I don't know how it's, but it's that was amazing, Rachel.
People were all saying like, what do you do if you find out your loved one did something? She didn't do it.
Yeah.
Almost did it. And could be many, many more. You can tell we've been dancing around what this is because I want you to watch it. And I think Rachel wants you to watch it too at the end of the day. Because she would have spoiled it at this point.
And I
well,
think
talk to me if you see it.
For a movie like this, if you're on social media, it will get spoiled and you'll be like, okay, I guess.
It already did.
Okay.
It already
makes
did.
sense.
But I encourage you to go in with an open mind, see the movie for what it is, and you might go out kind of with any movie that has you leave having a conversation is worth watching to me, and this absolutely does do that. See it.
My favorite genre of film is Robert Pattinson being a little freak, and he is in this movie.
Yep.
So, this is a see it for me. This one gave me a good headache.
Rachel?
I get what you're saying, to see it for the discussion, but
and quality, it's a good movie.
It was so irritating to me that I can't say. I have to say skip it.
All right, well, that's our reviews for it. If you want to know the spoiler review, just message Rachel and ask her about it. And
yes, please.
She will send you something in all caps. Well, now that we're going to be moving into streaming, first we need to talk about what's being released on physical media, and we have our special Blu-ray savant, Leo, to give us the disc drop.
Hello, it's Leo, and welcome back to the Disc Drop, where I tell you everything that's new on physical media this week. And there's always a lot of physical media to go around. So let's just get right into it and show you guys what's new this week. Let's start it off with Kino Lorber. We have a stack of movies here. Make sure to check them out on kinolober.com. They're having a spring into action sale right now, so make sure to check out that sale. Let's show you the titles we got. We have The Return of Pink Panther, the Blu-ray of A Night in the Life of Jimmy. I'm not going to say the last name because I can't pronounce it. K2, The Ultimate High for the first time on 4K. Dead Again for the first time on 4K. We also got Ray for the first time on 4K. And last on Blu-ray, we got Beethoven, which is an awesome family movie. Again, guys, make sure to check out kinolober.com for their awesome spring into action sale going on right now. From Paramount, we have SpongeBob movie Search for the SquarePants out now on Blu-ray. From Vertical, we have We Bury the Dead on Blu-ray. From Sony Pictures, we have Anaconda on 4K on this awesome steelbook. From Searchlight Pictures, we have Is This Thing On 4K. From Disney, we have Zootopia 2 on Blu-ray. From Lionsgate Limited, we have The Leprechaun, The Substitute, and Doors for the first time on 4K. They released some awesome steelbooks, so make sure to check them out on lionsgatelimited.com. And other titles that are out right now is Good Boy on Blu-ray, Marty Supreme on 4K and Blu-ray, and Greenland 2 on Blu-ray and 4K. Alright guys, that was my time, so make sure to go out and buy yourself some physical media. It's important, just like it's important to go out to your local theater and watch some movies. See it or skip it. Thank you for having me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Thank you, Leo. Make sure that you follow him on TikTok and Instagram because he's still putting out all of those wonderful reels of all of the collections that he has that he still hasn't given any of us. Let's move on to streaming. We're going to be talking about the Disney Plus Hulu movie Pizza Movie, which weirdly doesn't have that much pizza.
These are supposed to be the best days of our lives. I just want to have a fun night for once. Where did these come from?
Oh my god.
Presenting Vince. It's an incredible high.
No. Come on. No. No. Come on. No. Come on. No. Come on. No. No.
You feel anything?
No.
No.
And I was thoroughly disappointed
that's
in that.
Yeah.
This is two kids in college that are essentially pariahs. They did something that caused the whole school to hate them. And as they're, just wallowing in their own self-pity, they find drugs in the top of their ceiling, take it, and then go on a wild trip where they have to get a slice of pizza to feel better.
It's like White Castle.
It
It's
feels
like White Castle, but
super
their
bad.
trips may end up killing them if they don't get the pizza.
It stars,
Kate Matarazzo.
Yep. And then from the Goldbergs, the kid from the Goldbergs.
Oh.
It's very weird to hear that voice in like this context.
Right.
He has a very distinct voice. There's even some singing that happens in this. I don't know if this is for everyone, and I honestly don't know if you can watch it sober. to be honest.
If you're a 17-year-old who's not yet in college and you think college will be super cool, you're gonna love this movie.
Is it like Superbad?
It wants to be. It wants to be Superbad that takes place in the '80s so badly, right? It wants. It's every trope you've ever seen from an '80s movie, or even.
But it's very dorm centric.
Even like Accepted.
There's a lot of RAs. Yeah. The RA is the villain in this more than.
And they have this like straight edge society that will stop at nothing to get anyone that's doing any substances.
It's like if they were at BYU and things went. We got conference this weekend, right?
Yeah,
right.
But here's the thing: I sat there, and the movie starts off, and it starts off with scatological humor. It starts off with just dirty jokes. The language is insane, and I went, I am so excited to hate this movie. And then the movie kept going. I'm like, this is so dumb. But it kept on going, right? Like it's so frenetic. The energy is just there all the time. It's way too long. Yes. It's like 20 minutes too long.
But it's an hour 45, so it's surprising how long it feels.
Yeah, but because there's so much happening on screen at all times, I was like, well, I'm going to watch till the end, and I'm not going to hate it.
The jokes don't land like probably 40% of the time, but I really admire the lengths that they go to keep committing to the bit, and they commit the entire time.
So, for example, like when they're just friends trying to be cool among the college dorm, it's not super funny, but when they're on the trips, for example, there's one trip they go on, whereas if they say any bad word, even think dang it, for example, their heads explode, and you see it happen on screen multiple times. And I'm like, wait a minute, like, that's kind of clever.
And then when you find out what swear word they can use, the whole thing
their
just goes out the window.
heads explode.
And like literally for a low budget movie,
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know, because they're sharing the same trip. Mm-hmm. And so anytime they're in a trip, I was like, I'm so into this movie. Anytime they weren't, I was like, yeah, get the slice of pizza.
Now, both the directors were also SNL writers, so that explains a lot. Because this feels like a bit that's gone way too long. But I'm still in it. Like, and they're still committed, and like no one's breaking character yet. So it's like if Bill Hader and like Will Ferrell were young and tried to you know, do like a Superbad type thing. It works on some levels, it doesn't on others. If you are not interested just by the premise of like it's another Superbad, it's probably not going to surprise you. But if you want something weird and wild on just a random night where there's nothing else on, this could be a good watch. So I'm going to give it a light see it.
Yeah, light see it, streaming in the background, watch at some points. There's a moment right at the end with the villain that I went, okay, I like this movie. It's a nice little twist they throw in there. And I was like, that's so self-aware and dumb. I'm in.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't seen this one. I missed it, but it sounds.
I can't even say we recommend it.
Yeah.
I mean, I just did.
A little bit.
Sounds intriguing.
Well, speaking of intriguing, there's another documentary that's out on Netflix. These Untold series. Have you watched any of these?
911, where's your emergency?
We need an ambulance. Any delivery, please?
Lamar Odom found unconscious at a brothel. Multiple strokes, brain damage.
Had 12 strokes and 6 heart attacks. That's not no average.
They're fantastic.
Right.
I do love the deep dives. They're almost like targeted special reports about moments in history.
Was this like the Travis Scott one that they had?
Yep.
And all the disasters they have. Okay.
Yeah, and so this one, it's called The Untold, The Life and Death of Lamar Odom. And it's a bizarre title because he's not dead. So it's bizarre. But it's actually a pretty solid documentary. And the thing that makes it work is they really got everybody. Khloe Kardashian, I was on there, a bunch of other people. And so where some of these Netflix documentaries, like The Biggest Loser one, not having Jillian Michaels is like an absolute, like, why even bother? You know? So
watch that documentary.
Yeah. I mean, why even bother? If you can't have her, like, she's key, in my opinion. And so that can be a problem with Netflix documentaries. But this one, they got everybody, and it is a crazy story. He's lived quite the life. It's amazing he isn't dead.
So is this, you're kind of comparing it to, what was it, the Biggest Loser documentary, right?
Yeah, those are, I forget, that's Reality Check, I think is what they're called, that series. And then this is The Untold, and then there's also the Trainwreck ones.
Yes,
that's what I was thinking.
Trainwreck.
That's what I was thinking.
Untold, I think, are sports-specific stories. And I think Trainwreck is just disasters that have happened, or just like, any concert in a field ever.
If you like 30 for 30, ESPN, then
Yeah.
you'll like this. It's in that vein.
You know,
Awesome.
I think it probably got its footing from the Michael Jordan documentary series that came out a while back.
Yeah,
The Last Dance.
Right.
I think that made
Phil
everybody
Jackson
go.
is on it.
Yeah, they were like, well,
Okay.
we can do these sports documentaries and people are going to show up for
Yeah.
them. And this sounds like it's a fascinating one.
Yeah, I mean, what a crazy life.
So it's a see it for you?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm going to watch it.
See it. All right. I did start it a little, but I can't justify talking about it because I fell
Sure.
asleep immediately.
Yeah.
It was late. There's also something else that's out. And if you are on Prime Video, you might be...
Mark, take a night off.
I don't get to take a night off. If I'd actually killed Angstrom the first time, so many people would still be alive. I'll do anything to stop that from happening again.
It's not who you are, Mark. But trauma like that breaks people.
Let's talk about Invincible. We're on season 3?
Season 4.
4 now. Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy.
How many episodes are we in now?
There are, I think, 4 episodes out right now, and they're going to come out weekly at this point. They released a whole bunch, and then they're just going to tease it. They always kind of split the season in half and then bring it near the end. But Invincible is great, in my opinion. This is everything that like The Boys would want to be, because I really detest The Boys at this point. Another
Really?
Amazon Prime series. Invincible takes on the superhero genre in a really dark way, but it's animated, and the animation is mixed. You know,
It's rushed.
I have some issues with the animation, but what they pull off for storytelling and violence,
Yeah.
they nail.
The last season, that ending was shocking.
Yeah.
So many, and the first season, the first episode was
Yeah.
shocking. J.K. Simmons is like evil Superman in this. Steven Yeun is his son.
Yeah.
And the whole premise of the first season was, what if the most powerful being in the world was sent here to take over, basically?
Right.
It was like a sleeper cell. And he's going to bring his son in to do it too.
Yeah.
So many interesting parts about it, but I agree. The animation is rough in a lot of situations. There's one part where it felt like they just kind of crop zoomed on it to make it look like they were animating, but they just kind of zoomed in on the frame.
Right.
I don't know. You're an animation fan. Have you heard about this
So
at
I
all?
saw some of the first season, but if I'm not covering it on one of my shows, I tend to just not have time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it did seem pretty intriguing.
Yeah.
Show, so I get that. If you're looking for something totally different, the Counterminded Christo on PBS Masterpiece is really good.
Animated?
No. It's live action, but it's got Sam Claflin and Jeremy Irons is in it. It's really good.
That's very different from.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so.
Listen, I'm in for the ride for Invincible. Like I said, sometimes it's a little mixed. Like season 2, I had issues with, but to see where the characters go and to see characters that you hate, and all of a sudden you're like, oh no, I like them. I'm like, hey, good job writing.
Yeah.
Like you sold me, so I'm in for the ride.
Yep, I'll be sad. I gotta get through. I need to pay for the ad-free Prime because it's rough
I don't
to try
pay,
to watch
and
that.
it's hard.
Yeah, they do just wait like 3 ads a thing.
Yeah.
They're all like a minute long.
Right.
You can't even get that on
Well, and
cable.
they're the same ads over and over again.
Yeah,
exactly.
give us some
annoying.
variety, right? Make more promos, Prime.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, that's everything that we have for this week, and I want to thank these two for coming on the show. Ken, tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me on the Bacon Cell podcast or read my written reviews at Showtime Showdown.
Rachel, where can the people find you?
You can find me at Rachel's Reviews and at Hallmarkies Podcast.
Awesome. Thank you once again to the Utah Film Center. Make sure that you're following them as well. If you have any interest in renting out venues or a screening room or anything like that, check out what they have going on. They're always posting community calendar stuff, and we are so thankful that they were able to let us be a part of this. Follow See It or Skip It on our social media, and we will see you at the next review.